In today's video, we are going behind the scenes with Rohas and Next Level coming up. Do you want me to say nxtlvltech instead?
It's all good. Go, man.
That was good.
That was good, that was first take. First take. Happy days.
That was good.
That's surprising.
That was good. So today we got LeeTV. If you guys don't know who LeeTV is, make sure you guys do check the description below. We will have his YouTube channel wherever you are listening to us. If it's either in any of the podcasts or on YouTube, feel free to leave us a message. This is going to be a really, really good one. We've been dying to get you on here, so
I don't know why.
This is gonna be fun, man. This is gonna be fun.
Happy days. No, it's good to be here. Thanks for the invite.
Everybody has a story to share, man. We've ran into each other. You know, we've seen each other in comments. We've obviously watched each other's videos. We even ran into each other
at the exhibition.
The exhibition. I was just about to say that with the tech fluence that we ran into each other with. Hopefully we can gather a few more people later on and have like a table discussion about that, because it was a pretty good experience.
That was awesome, and it was weird because it was virtual. So it was the first virtual tech exhibition I've done, and it surprised, like, me and Free Tech was sat in the lobby just talking, and then you two popped up. It was like, what the hell, man?
It's like all of the streaming content creators showed up in the same lobby.
Yeah, trying to get rid of Cody add-ons and stuff.
All the important ones showed up.
There you go. There you go.
VIP.
No, that's awesome. I was pretty like surprised. I was like, oh, cool. Let's check this out. Let's check this invite thing. And I already got a follow-up from them saying that they're gonna have a part 2 of this later.
I think.
Yeah, November.
Yeah. That's
so
awesome.
I'm like, hell yeah. And you know, I don't know if you guys filled out that little survey that they were asking for. I'm like, if we had just like one more hour.
Yeah,
it
go quick. It did, but I did send them an email, to be fair, because like I said, it was the first time I had done something like that, and I found it really interactive and engaging. Even though it was sort of virtual, it was really good, and I got a lot out of it as well, in terms of like product reviews and even meeting, you know, new connections and just meeting people that I wouldn't normally meet high up in, you know, these organizations. So it was cool, man. I really liked it. I really liked it.
Yeah. Now there is a rumor going around that CES.
Not true.
It's not true.
I didn't do it.
It's not clickbait, I swear.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
TV's on back.
It might be virtual for CES this upcoming year in Vegas.
I think it is.
That would save a lot of money. I guess it saved them a lot of money anyway. But
CES is such a
massive.
So big compared to the one we just did. To get that one-on-one experience, I think it'd be a lot more difficult in CES versus the one we just did, because we had an opportunity to kind of have those one-on-one conversations, even though it was virtual. So yeah.
And that's what I liked about it. It was a lot personal. But yeah, for you guys, it's probably, you know, you see quite a lot of that. And obviously traveling to the States for exhibitions is quite a big thing for us over here. So for me, interacting with the US companies and the people and the level of where they were in these companies, it was really, really good for the UK guys as well.
Yeah, I was. It's funny because when I went to CES earlier this year, I was like kid in a candy store. I was trying to get there, and I'm like 2 days, 1 day to do this stuff is not enough time. And so I was already planning, okay, for next year, I'm gonna get there the weekend before. I'm gonna have a couple lunch meetings with certain people that I've already talked to in the past, so that way I could just ignore them during the week. And then I started looking up. I'm like, I wonder if they have these conventions, because I know they do have them in Japan, in China. So I was already planning. I'm like, maybe the UK has some, and I could go and talk to some people and visit some other content creators.
I mean, there is some in the UK, but nowhere near as big as what they have in the States or Japan. But yeah, next year, maybe the year after, I'd like to go over there and try it out as well.
Yeah, it's now. Have you ever been to the States?
Once when I was a kid, to Disneyland.
Okay, California Disney or Florida Disney?
Florida, but I was too young. I can't really remember it, but yeah.
Yeah, Florida's Disney is just massive compared to the one in California.
Really?
Yeah, it's massive.
I didn't even know there was one in California.
Yeah, California has the original one.
Where are you guys from then?
I'm from California, from the United States.
I'm actually from Canada. I'm close to Toronto.
Okay.
I know we could be cousins, right? Because we're both brown.
I don't know about that.
I look
Anyways,
Seems my skinhead then. I'm sat right in front of my lamp as well, so I'll probably look like a bit of a beetroot.
so
Go ahead.
go for it.
So I was gonna say is so some people might not know who LeeTV is. So if you can give us like a quick rundown, maybe some of your past, maybe even let's go even further back. Like, how did you get into tech before YouTube? Like, what were you doing with tech or streaming, or maybe it didn't even have anything to do with that stuff. But what were you doing before you got here?
So I've always sort of been into phones, first of all, going back to the old HTC Desire days, even before that.
I seen your post on Twitter with,
yeah,
and I used to do the same thing. I was looking at it and I was like, I did the same things. I even put that same theme that you posted on a BlackBerry.
Yeah, man. Well, that's what I used to do, mix sort of AOSP with Sense. But yeah, going back to like Android, what was it when I started? I think it was Froyo, or maybe before Froyo. It was an old, maybe Android 3.0. But yeah, I used to make ROMs for Android phones, old Android phones. So I've always sort of been into routing and stuff like that, making custom ROMs. But when it comes to streaming, it was, I think it was Gumtree, maybe, which in the UK is like the Craigslist equivalent, I think.
Okay.
But I seen someone selling a Fire Stick for £50, which was like fully loaded, free movies, live TV. I was like, oh, okay, this sounds good. It might have even been, I don't know if it was a Fire Stick, I can't remember. But anyway, I bought it, and yeah, it had a build on there, and I think it was either the Beast or something else. I can't remember, but that's what got me into Kodi, first of all. So I made a custom build, whacked together the cringiest, mingingest video I've ever done in my life, where I was recording the TV and I was like, hi guys, so this is a Kodi build. I was like, oh shit. But yeah, it was bad. It was really bad. But that was, I think, back in 2016. But I was following it all when it was XBMC and stuff like that, But yeah, I got into making Kodi builds and joined the TDB team, which was Echo Wizard, the old Echo Wizard. Did quite a bit with that team, and we had some builds going, and made a few add-ons. And I've been involved with a lot of add-ons behind the scenes as well, and a lot of people don't know about. So yeah, that's what got me into that. And I recorded that first cringing video. And yeah, I think I'm up to about 50,000 subscribers. It took a long time to get that many, but it's definitely, it's going in the right direction rather than the wrong, which is good. But yeah, and that's where I am today. And I've sort of diverted away from streaming just for the security aspect of it on my channel. I don't really want to lose it, but I still dabble in it now and again. And yeah, sort of moving on to tech, do a lot of tech reviews, get a lot of emails from companies. So at the minute, the channel is a bit everywhere. It's sort of streaming and tech reviews, but I want to sort of get it in one direction.
Yeah.
Mine too.
We're all doing the same.
I think everyone's in the same boat, right?
Exactly. Can you give us a timestamp as to when that cringe video dropped?
You're not going to find it because I've removed it.
Well, I'm not going to look for it, but but when did you post it?
That was 2016.
2016. Okay.
Yeah, so that was the first video, and I could have grew the channel a lot quicker, to be fair, but it was sort of growing slowly. I remember hitting the first 1,000 subs and then 10,000, and this was in between doing all the work on the add-ons and apps and stuff in the background. But yeah, it was sort of growing, and I didn't really put much focus in it because the focus was on the builds and the team and what we was all doing and stuff. So I wish I did put a lot more time into it, but I'm doing that now. Better late than never. Yeah, we're getting there.
I did the same. It's almost very similar to what you're doing, except but with phones. I just loved computers. I just loved taking them apart and stuff and putting them together, and that's how I kind of got into tech. And with the whole Cody thing, I had some people. So this is a true story. I had a friend of mine that I've known since high school that sold me a first gen Fire Stick, and the key word jailbroken
Yeah, yeah.
for
Exactly the same.
$180 is what he sold it to me for.
I could have done it for 150. You should have missed it.
And I
dollars
was
or pounds,
like,
dollars or pounds.
yeah, dollars. And I
Beautiful.
was like, oh my, like I loved it because I'm like, dude, Genesis was amazing, Phoenix was
Genesis, yeah.
amazing, Ice Ice Films, like there's just so many great, and they
Yeah,
all
man.
just worked. Everything works so good.
Yeah.
So as you know, things
But it
started-
was a different time back, and that was the difference. I mean, there's maybe 2 or 3 developers that I still speak to and get on well with, but they're not. They're sort of low key and do stuff in the background. But it's different to what it was back then. The old school TV add-on devs that were around, and even prior to that, you know, it's a shame. There was a lot of good people that went, and a lot of good developers. And I'm not saying that it is now, but yeah, it's different, isn't it?
Well, they all went different ways. TV add-ons from there came different groups. We did a really, really good interview with the Butcher, and the Butcher's been around a very long time, and he talked a lot about, you know, that whole transition. Really good interview with the Butcher. I mean, Rohas has been around for a long time in that space as well, and it's always interesting when we start to get in conversations about Cody, because, you know, this channel or this platform or these podcasts gives us an opportunity to connect with people that we never typically would have talked to, but would have ran in the same circles with.
Yeah, and to be even going back to the YouTubers, so when I sort of got into it, the YouTubers I was watching was the likes of Solo Man, Solomon, as some people call it, Joe Nobody. Remember Joe? Legend. Husham. And in fairness, Husham was the one that got me into YouTube. So I released a video, and he'd sort of give me loads of like help and advice on OBS because I was new to it. So yeah, he helped me a lot, and Dimmy and all them, you know. So yeah, all the YouTubers. There was a select few that I used to watch. TT or Top Tutorials. On form with the Cody tutorials. But yeah, they were the sort of main guys that I used to watch.
Well, and, you know Rohas's channel name before Rohas Reviews, right?
This channel, his main channel.
His main channel had a different name.
I remember his stuff. Rohas. I can't. What did it used to be?
Are we gonna do it again?
We're gonna do it again.
All right, let's do it again.
Well, I don't know if I want to do the whole thing, but it sounds like you do remember before I even had a face, right?
Yeah, I do. And I'm trying to think, man.
It was literally just the Cody screen, and it was just me just giving the tutorial how to get into the add-on, how to download, how to do the settings. I was very thorough. That's how I grew my channel, just how thorough I was with it. But my original name,
watching your videos.
Yeah, my original name, Cody Tutorials.
Cody Tutorials. Yeah, I would never have guessed that.
And then later, once I changed it, it's funny because a lot of people, me and Next Level have done this before, where people are just like, yeah, I saw Next Level first, and then I saw you Rohas later, and then Next Level says, wait a minute, did you remember a channel called Cody Tutorials, or do you remember this that did this or that? And they're like, actually, yeah, that was like a long time ago. And they're like, that was actually Rohas. My voice was different.
The old XBMC channels and stuff, and XBMC Hub, and wicked man.
And I was
teams back then as well, like on the sort of Cody development. I remember being in the TDB team before we went to Echo Wizard, and we used to have beef with who was the team? I can't remember, but it was like a proper old school team. And yeah, I don't know where this beef come from, and because the Wizard was growing, it was just one of them. But I've always loved drama. Always loved it.
It was always. I think once a lot of the groups started to break off and make their own teams, it was just like it was almost like a competition, like who's better.
exactly that.
But there
Exactly.
was a lot of
I think
shit.
that's what ruined the community. As long as as well as all the proper old devs, kicking it off and stuff like that, and sort of moving on to different things. But it definitely changed, and from a user's perspective, it was probably quite sad, really, looking at it, thinking, why are these arguing all the time over nothing? But
Yeah.
it was fun back in them days. It was a laugh.
I used to crack up on it so much, like, because I used to be also behind the scenes. We used to work with a couple guys who did some add-ons, and I had my own build too at one point, the simple build, and
Civil build.
yeah. I'm dating myself here now.
Man.
But yeah, it was when everybody started forking Exodus, then I was around with like the henchmen, I was around with the Goodfellas.
The henchmen. I used to do a lot of live shows with Solus and Solus, Trooper. Who was that mad when he brought out an add-on? What was his name?
It was Ruthless.
Ruthless. All them guys. Yeah, I think I've still got the Hangout chat that I was part of the group with somewhere. Yeah, and it was just mad times. That was mad times.
DVD King was in there at one point.
DVD King, that's the one. He was a mad bastard.
He was
until they kicked him out.
He still is.
he's still going crazy on YouTube, but
he's down, man, to be fair. But yeah,
they kicked him out. They're just like, screw this fool.
Yeah, mental.
Yeah.
Good days.
And then I think the like you always saw when the devs got mad at each other, it was like, whoa, like these guys are pissed.
Yeah.
But then somehow it started to leak over YouTube, and then you had some content creators. You had the Joe Nobody, you got Solo Man, and like then they started doing bashing videos on each other, and it's like you
pissed in every video, legend.
Yeah, it's like you guys don't even know each other, and you're crying about something.
Crazy.
Oh man,
they were good times, man. Good times. But yeah, it's different now, isn't it?
It's very different. I think at least I hope that as content creators, we're a little bit more focused on the end users now, so we don't get diluted so much with the drama. I mean, there's a lot of it still. Don't get me wrong. There's so much of it. It's so much of it.
It's always going to be there.
But one of the questions I usually ask is, was YouTube something that found you, or did you find YouTube?
I was always watching videos on sort of Cody builds and stuff like that at the time anyway. But when I made my own build and I released it, that's when I sort of really did the video. And I think one of the first 3 videos, I had no subscribers, and I used to have a bigger Twitter than what I did. I think I had about 8,000 followers on Twitter, and that got banned. And I had like 10,000 on my Facebook page. That got banned. So I lost all of them. So I sort of started from scratch. And yeah, I think one of the first 3 videos, it got a good couple of thousand views. I was like, no way. How did that happen? But yeah, it just sort of went from there, man. It was cringing at first, but the more I did it, the more confident I was getting. And my videos back then were very different to what they are now. I was sort of jokey and having a laugh and chucking digs at people in the, you know what I mean? It was, but now I sort of, any beef or any drama, I tend to keep it out of my YouTube. I try to keep my YouTube as professional as I can. Apart from when you get a few dickheads comment and you just got to bite back. It's a bit hard not to bite, but yeah.
For sure. I wanted to ask before I forget, I know we were talking about some of the craziness with YouTube. Did you get a chance? I posted a video last month. I did this whole thing about I know we were talking the what?
I've seen it, when you put a clip of me in there.
Yeah, I put a little clip on you to do a little comedy.
Hilarious.
Wicked.
Okay, okay. Give me your honest opinion, because so far I've talked to everybody and everybody was saying it's funny. I had to take it down because of one person that didn't like it.
What?
Yeah, I had to take the little clip down.
I thought it was awesome.
It was awesome. It was
only because I'm more tech savvy and I won the competition. Standard.
So there we go. So I did want to ask, when you were doing all the stuff in the Cody back in the day, and then you were doing, it was kind of hard. I'm pretty sure it was hard to juggle the YouTube and the Cody.
Yeah, it was, yeah. And time as well, working a full-time job. Me and my wife got 4 kids between us, and every other weekend I sort of got to travel 2 hours to pick them up. So time's an issue as well. It was difficult, but back then all the tags and the keywords, that was all fine, and you'd get a video ranking for IPTV, but out of nowhere all these strikes came, and my channel actually did get shut down. What's going on with my camera there?
That was weird.
Yeah, my channel did that. Did you see that?
Yeah. Somebody was taking over.
Man, it's weird.
Somebody was trying to take over you.
That's what I'm saying. But yeah, it's what was I talking about?
You were getting shut down.
And
yes,
I
actually shut me down. I don't know if you remember that, but I literally had 3 strikes. I couldn't upload or anything, and I fought them in the end, and I got the channel back. It would have been that I may have had to have gone to court as well.
Wow.
Because when you file a counter, you're basically saying that you're ready for it, but they didn't respond. So I had all the strikes removed, and then I did another video basically, fuck you, Sky.
Yeah. There was a lot of, I think Husham did a video. He did a video called "The Sky is Falling" or something like that.
He was in his garden. He messaged me and asked me to share it. I was like,
yeah, I was like, oh, I don't know. And then he was literally like flipping off the sky.
Mad. He's a mad guy.
Yeah. So, but
It's
when
crazy.
did you take your stuff serious, your YouTube, where you're just like, okay, I'm gonna lay off the Cody stuff, and I'm gonna change my genre, change my stuff, and really start grinding YouTube?
It probably started last year. To be fair, that when that happened with the 3 strikes, I think that's probably where the channel took another direction. And if you even watch that video, you'll see the difference to that video to now. It was sort of, I didn't give a balls, and now it's a lot more professional. And well, I say professional, it's a lot more constructed, better, maybe. But yeah, that was the point. The channel took a change in direction.
LeeTV is not your only YouTube channel, is it though?
No.
How many YouTube channels do you have? That's a hard question.
Not many, to be fair. No, the reason I did that is because a lot of people take the piss here, because I'm like forever making new projects, making a new site, launching a new website, starting a new YouTube. But I've got the ones that are sort of in use of three main channels. So I've got LeeTV. I did have StreamDroid. I changed that over to streaming privacy because of the streaming issues, which I've also thought about selling. I did mention on Twitter, I think last week, about possibly selling it with 12,000 subs, because I just don't have the time to do what I want on it. And the content that I can release on there, I can technically release on LeeTV anyway. So it's sort of just sat there and it's wasted. But I've also started a new channel with my buddy Jag, who actually, no, I've got 4 because I've got another channel with him as well. But that sort of died off. But yeah, we've started doing this Randonautica sort of freaky stuff. I don't know if you've heard of that app.
No.
What is it?
Crazy.
What is it about?
It's crazy. It's like there's a lot of sort of conspiracies with it being related to the dark web, because some weird shit has happened on there. But it's basically an app, right? And the developers have said that it's built around quantum mechanics and random numbers. So what the app does is you think of an intent in your head, and I don't know, say you're thinking about money, for instance. Then you go to that app and you ping. It looks like WhatsApp, and when you're on there, you select a random thing, and it'll pinpoint a random location somewhere within your vicinity, like maybe up to 8 miles away, and it sends you to like fields and stuff. But because it's all random and quantum numbers, when you get to that pinpoint, there's supposed to be something that you're thinking about with your intent at that location. And yeah, the stuff people have found, there's been a dead body found in a briefcase on the beach. There's been murder weapons found, crime scenes with bones. It's freaky. It's really freaky. Like, some people have thought of security and they've gone to a location. There's a sword there. Like, it's really mad. But yeah, it's a new channel. It's a brand new channel. There's only 2 videos on there, but I really enjoy making it. And yeah, I scream like a bitch on there as well.
What's the name of the app?
Randonatica.
Randa. I'm gonna
yeah, RAN. Hang on, I can't.
Is it iOS or Android?
Yeah, it's awesome. That's it, Randonatica.
It's got a picture of a chicken or something.
It's an owl, yeah. But when you go to your pins, if you find an owl on your way, it's supposed to change your destiny. But I know it's not working at the minute. I think it's gone offline. They're trying to get it back on. But honestly, it's freaky. It sends you to like abandoned. One of our intents on the last video we did was haunted or haunting, and it sent us to this location. It was like 8 miles from our house, and when we got there, it was an abandoned, burnt down pub. Like, there was no roof on there. It was proper eerie and freaky. And we was recording it, but on, like, when I was editing the video, on each frame, I could see like a figure in the window, and it looks like a ghost. On my life, it's freaky. It's really freaky, but it might not be, but if you get a chance, have a go. It's awesome.
Okay. I just installed it. It wasn't opening for me, but
yeah, it's broke. Maybe watch the video and just so you can sort of get a feel for what it's about, like,
Check it out. I'll check it out. It was probably the same ghost that was messing with your webcam a few moments ago.
Mate, I get weird shit happen here.
Cool. Jackson, we'll check it out for sure. For sure.
No, I'm lying. That's not what it's called, but yeah.
Oh.
I have got a channel called that. That's going back to it. Yeah, it's just too many bloody projects.
Stranger Things? No H.
That's the one. Stranger Things.
All right.
Awesome.
Would you say that kind of the more paranormal content is what you like to watch as well, or? Yeah, lately.
So the only, sounds crazy actually, but I don't watch any tech videos.
No.
I watch obviously some of the guys I follow, like obviously your videos and free tech and all that, and show my support. But in terms of interest, tech videos don't really interest me. So I watch a lot of sort of space documentaries, science.
Well, I mean, there's technology in space and science.
Yeah, well, yeah, true. A lot of space talks. Urban exploring. I love watching content like that. Sort of going around abandoned places and that. That's the sort of stuff I love watching. Which is quite weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Being a tech YouTuber, not watching tech videos.
Nah, I know. Well, I do watch the tech stuff. I guess I can't say I don't. I do, but I watch a lot of other stuff too. I'm really into. I don't know if you've heard of Vox before.
Vox.
VOX.
Yeah,
I have heard of it.
So they have a lot of it's like real things that has either happened or is currently happening. They'll tell you like, hey, this is before the coronavirus, this is what was happening in Wuhan, and they have like actual footage.
I have seen it, yeah.
Yeah. So there's another channel that I'm really digging into. There's like every single episode so far, starting from May, I think it was, is what is going on in 2020, and they show like just all these like end of days type of stuff. Random elephants dying, birds falling from the sky, fish drowning. Like, it was just weird. Like,
drowning.
Yeah, it was fish drowning. There was they pulled up this article, and this happened in New York, where on their bay they found a whole bunch of fish just floating there, and they pulled them all out, and they were doing autopsies on them, and they were filled completely with water. And typically when the water comes in and it comes out, it transfers it into oxygen so they can breathe, you know. But I guess it wasn't doing that. It was going directly into their bellies, and it was full of water, just water.
I've seen stuff like that, like loads of dead birds around houses on the floor and car parks and stuff. Weird shit.
Fireballs coming from sky, like
Yeah,
that's new.
But no, I love watching stuff like that. Love it.
It's just nuts. So with LeeTV, what are I know you, me and Next Level, we're all in the same boat. I think you and me are closer to Next Level. I think Next Level is going to get there pretty soon.
Yeah.
But we're very Next Level is like, what are you talking about? Yeah. So we're doing a lot of like random tech stuff. Like we do some of the streaming, and the next video is like, here's a cool pen with a laser light.
And I think that's the problem, isn't it? So I get a lot of, well, you guys as well, we get a lot of emails to review different stuff. And I mean, I got a box for the headphones, Wi-Fi mesh system. So one video is about like Showbox going offline or TV Zion going, and then the next video is like a door handle. And people are like,
yep.
What the fuck is this?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think it helps my channel, but I in an ideal world, I need to shut off streaming, focus on the tech stuff, take the hit on the bad views, and build the audience. It's difficult because one bit of YouTube advice that I've always, well, 2 bits actually, that I've always sort of listened to and stuck to is when doing a video, speak to them like they've never been to your channel before. And in fact, that works well for me because I think about 94% of my views are from non-subscribed anyway. So that helps. But the other is never release a video on your channel that somebody didn't click subscribe to. And I think that sums it up because primarily it was a streaming channel, and now I'm reviewing doorknobs and doorbells and shit. So yeah, the interest does sort of go. So I think I just need to take the hit and start cracking on with what the direction I want to take the channel.
Yeah. It's definitely not easy because I know Rohas talks about this a lot. He made that transition. Views dropped dramatically. He used to make, minimum 10-20,000 views per video, and now is struggling to even hit, that 2,000 or 3,000. But at the same point, I'm still doing mainly streaming stuff. I'm not as active as you guys are, but I even struggle to hit 2,000 views on a video, and I haven't changed my content.
Hit 200.
I don't even change my content. So like,
it's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, well,
so when people say, they turn around and say, oh, you're only doing it for the views. No, well, I don't spend 6 hours making and editing a video for fuck all.
Yeah.
Of course I do it for the views. I want people to watch my videos,
Well, views don't always equal money, right?
No,
we make content because we want it to be watched.
Yeah, that's it. And when I edit videos, the amount of time I spend editing, taking out like sometimes the breaths and the amount of cock-ups that I do in a video, I take pride in editing it. Okay, they might not look the best, but I want them to look as good as I can sort of try and make them like. But yeah, when people are like, oh, you're only doing it for the views. Well, no shit, Sherlock. I don't know if we're supposed to be offended by that statement, but no.
Yeah, he's cracked the code, guys.
Yeah.
Well, so to be fair, I've been venturing a little bit around YouTube to see what other YouTubers, tech tubers are doing.
Yeah.
And every now and then it's funny, like I'll see like Linus Tech or Lou Later. Yeah. I'll watch some of these guys and they're like, oh yeah, check this out. Here is this random tech. And then the next video, here's a different random tech. Here's a different random tech. And I'm like, damn, I'm trying to do exactly what they're doing, much different because I'm on a desk and I'm just showing it here. I'm not on a studio.
Yeah.
But I think what keeps me holding that streaming stuff is every now and then they'll drop a video and say, make sure you guys check out this new APK. This APK does this with movies and TV shows. I'm like, wait a minute, what? And then again, another random thing. Cancel Netflix now. The NVIDIA Shield TV Pro is amazing. I'm like, whoa. Come on, man. 10 million views? Are you kidding me? So I'm just like, okay, if these guys are doing it, if they're able to get away with it, they're definitely doing more tech. And I've actually been testing this out. I did this test in June and July where I did just a lot of just tech stuff. All those videos, most of them, I would say 90% of those videos under 1,000 views.
Yeah.
And then I started watching them, how they were doing certain things, like certain clickbaitish type things.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, let me try this. And I started doing it this month. I'm like, okay, the best 4K Fire Stick projector setup. And I would put, I literally set up the projector right here. It was a Vankyo, the Leisure 3 or whatever it was. I grabbed my Fire Stick and plugged it in. And then up against the wall, just right here, there's a closet door right there. I just closed the door. It was over 2,000 views. I was like, wait a minute, hold on a second here.
Yeah, it's the algorithm, isn't it? Like I've done clickbait titles because that's what ranks, and sometimes I want to rank them. For instance, Showbox was one of them. So there was a new Showbox app, well, a fake Showbox app, fake Showbox website, taking money from people, proper scam, like
Pro.
Yeah. At showbox.space and all this. And anyway, I wanted people to know that this wasn't the real Showbox. Don't give them your money. Like, so I titled the video, Showbox is back, right? And in the video, I was like, it ain't back. It's fake. Don't use it. Even though I'm looking out for these guys' interests, right? I had comments, you dick, you clickbaiting. Yeah, I clickbaited, but you still watched it. Would you have bought it if I didn't? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. The best is when you do stuff like that and they comment and they're like, you're lying, it's not back. And I'm like, well, did you even watch the video?
Exactly.
Like news.
But sometimes that's YouTube. You've got to clickbait, man. And even from our perspective, you're gonna be more inclined to click an intriguing title, and that's the direction YouTube's going in. They've even admitted it. It's all about the thumbnail, title, and description, not even the tags anymore. So I mean, if you want someone to watch a video for whatever reason, you've got to do what you've got to do to get them to watch it. Like, it's not, we're not misleading them. We just want to get their attention for whatever reason. We want to bring them the video,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I was even doing, this is something you might even try out. So I tried this out. I did, here's the best file link store. And typically that gets me views, or here's the best APKs that will get me views. As soon as they start the video, we all have our little intro and then the video starts. I recorded several pre-rolls and I slipped it right in the beginning for like 30-45 seconds. And then I start the actual video. And I actually took a poll. So in my YouTube channel, YouTube now has that whole membership thing. You could have a membership.
Yeah.
So I have a good amount of members on there. And I just been asking them like, hey, what do you guys think if I did something like this? And they're like, dude, that's awesome, because we'll get exactly what we want. And we might get a surprise product placement where we might actually want that too. So I was like, let me try that out. And now when I get those, like, I'm pretty sure you get tons of emails. Hey, can you review this? I tell them.
And that's another thing, trying to balance it and keep them happy. Obviously, if it's stuff we want to review and it don't. I mean, I've had emails to like review an exercise bike, like, and I'm not exercising. I'm not fit, and I definitely don't like riding the bike.
I do.
Where do these guys think? Why they think? Oh, look, a Showbox video. Let's send him a bike. What the?
But
I don't want to fight LeeTV. He looks pretty scary. We'll send him an exercise bike.
Explosions.
Mental.
So okay, but here's the thing. After doing a lot of that research, I've been telling a lot of these people. It depends. If I get a $20 headset, I'll be like, look, can you send me more than one? Because I'm gonna do a pre-roll. I'm gonna do my Amazon deals of the month, which I put a whole bunch of videos together, and I'm like, good. Most of the time, like almost 99% of the time, they're just like, oh yeah, sure, whatever, and they'll send it. Now, if I get something like that, like I got a mechanical desk that comes up.
I've seen them, yeah.
I'm like, these things are freaking expensive.
Yeah.
So I did a I did a pre-roll Amazon deal of the month, and I'm like, screw it, I'm gonna do a dedicated video on this thing. And I think with that, this is what I would have done if I would have gotten a freaking NordicTrack or whatever exercise machine that you would have gotten. I would have said like, hey, this the best way to watch cinema HD and working out
whilst burning fat. Yeah.
Don't be
wait, this is awesome.
Yeah. And you know what? And I would have my TV right there. Even if it was green screened in, I would have had something back there, and then playing like my own YouTube channel while I'm working out. I'm like, dude, this thing is awesome. Check it out.
Come check me out.
It's mad. But yeah, even going back to video titles, no joke, right? I don't want to say, if they take it personal, they take it personal. This isn't a personal attack. I just found it funny at the time. The title was best streaming app for whatever month of whatever device. You watch the video and it's like a review of headphones. Like not even a mention of streaming apps.
Who did video, like. Was that you?
No, none of us.
Okay, cool. That's all. That's all. But
shit.
I don't know how you say it in the UK. Bless you.
Bless you.
Okay, bless you.
They're not aliens. They're just English.
Yeah, we are people.
They're proper. They're proper. Here in the United States, it's like, ooh.
Yeah. If I did that outside the street, we'd part ways.
Yeah.
You got COVID. Actually,
like,
probably get demonetized.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
I do have
some monetized there, so
I do got some masks if you need one.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, I've definitely, I know what you're talking about. I've definitely seen I think there's got to be a point where we draw the line when it comes to clickbait. Like, how hard are you going to clickbait before it's kind of like,
maybe it's not the point of drawing a line though. Maybe it's the frequency. How often do we do it? Right?
Yeah, but you know what? You know the sad thing? You look at the view difference between someone that clickbaits the shit out of a video to someone that it could be the same topic, two videos, exactly the same topic, one clickbait, one with the title of what the video is about, and no doubt the clickbait one will be much higher. It's crazy.
Now I'm gonna pull up my YouTube channel right now. I did a video and I sent it over to Next Level, and he was just cracking up. He's just like, "What the hell is this? You even put 4K in the title." I was testing something out. This is another one of my. This month is all about tests. Oh, awesome! This is all about a test.
Yeah.
So I had a company that sent me. When they emailed me, I wasn't gonna say no. When I saw this, I'm like, please send it to me. I'll figure the video out. They are massagers, electrical massagers.
I had one offered for my neck, and I really wanted it, to be fair.
Dude, you should. Yeah, I got two of them.
Yeah. Relax, and what fire stick.
So this is what I did. I'm not even kidding. The company's called Mulan, not Mulan, the movie, Mulan. So the title was Mulan Pro Ultimate Smart Massager while watching your 4K Fire Stick. And legit, I had my.
It can be done.
Huh?
It can be done.
It can be done, yeah. And in the video, I've had people. So a lot of people here in the States know that I do a lot of. There's this thing called Spartan Race. I don't know if you're familiar with it. I know American Ninja Warrior. I think the UK might have Ninja Warrior also.
Probably like Mud Runner. Is it muddy?
It's like Mud Runner, but it's more. It's a hell of a lot more competitive. Like they have like a free for all for people who just want to do it, and they have the competitors. Like they have like a lot of these elite people that do it. So I was on this rant for 2 years, just doing all these races and everything. So people were I actually had a legit people ask me like, hey, so what are you doing once you go home and you're watching your movies? Like, what do you do to like stretch out, to relax and stuff? So in the beginning of the video, I said, I get a lot of people that ask me, hey, Rohas, when you're watching your movies and TV shows, how do you relax? And I'm just like, well, I was live. I had like maybe like 2 or 3 people.
Whatever. Sitting there talking to yourself in the mirror. I need to relax while watching this Fire Stick. You too? Me too.
What? Really? And dude, those things are awesome. I'll tell you this. I had the company sent me 2 of those things. And I'm just like, whatever. I'll do a video. I don't care if I don't get 1,000 views. I'll do the video. It's tech related.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm shooting for anyway. And now with all that being said, thank you for coming onto the show. This was really good.
Hour over, but yeah, we're good.
we're good.
No, good fun.
Now, one of the last things we like to do here is whoever our guest is, we always ask, is there anything that you would like to say to the people? Any last words? Any way that you close out your show? Pretty much anything that you want to say. If you want to say, hey, you F off, whatever.
No, I suppose if you're looking at something and you think some people are tech savvy, just do a bit of research and have a look at, other opinions and reviews, because there's some people that are a lot more tech savvy than others. So yeah, on that note, just have a look around and don't be silly.
So I wanted to say thanks. It was a great conversation. We've run into each other a couple times, but we haven't really had a formal opportunity to have a conversation. So it's nice to actually see the people behind the content that we're creating and actually get an opportunity to connect with them. So a lot of us are actually some pretty interesting people. I would like to invite you to another recording session where we talk about tech fluence. If we can get that orchestrated, I think that would be a really good conversation. As well as Rohas and I have been talking a lot about our what the hell moments, where we just take weird, tech stories and we just we talk about it between Rohas and myself. But we started thinking about opening it up to bring in 1 or 2 more people. So we may reach out to you, or if you ever have a free moment, reach out to us and maybe we can connect you with a what the hell moment that we're recording, or a topic or whatever. I mean, at the end of the day, this is just more of a perspective or experience channel, and we have so much of those. So no matter when you have time, we have content. There's always going to be content that we can record. So thank you again for the opportunity to
thank you for inviting me.
It's been awesome. It really has been.
Yeah. And with all that being said, one of the last things that we say here, I'm going to add this. Don't be silly, all you people out there. Don't be silly. You guys,
savvy, not silly.
There you go.
Be tech silly.
Merch coming soon.
Merch coming soon. You guys take care of each other.
Stay humble and be patient, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace
Out.